Greetings, light workers. I'm going to attempt to do this video again because something happened crazy and my recording went into hyperlapse. So everything was and uh, illegible. Well, it's not illegible. You couldn't decipher what was being said. So it's May the 31st. Once again, on Monday, the cards have been shuffled and divined. The Holy Spirit through me, Ascended Masters, ancestors, and spirit guides have been asked to help me with this reading. This is a 4-card reading, and let's get started. First card that fell is number 44 is Panther Spirit. And the Panther Spirit asks us to be bold, to be courageous, to be loving in a fierce way. And it also is recognized by the number 44, which reduces to an 8 that speaks to balance and spiritual transformation. It asks that that every aspect of our life be changed for the better, that we no longer hide in the shadows, that whatever our truth is, that we not be afraid to speak it. Now, the second card, that's just a card that supports us being bold, is the Page of Air. The Page of Air asks that we be welcoming. So here's where the balance comes in. It supports us being bold, but it asks that we be welcoming to a new thought. So in our boldness, we don't become rigid. So it asks that we remember that we know nothing, because the more we know, the more we recognize we don't know. So once you think or believe you are, or I am, an expert in anything, there's a level underneath of that that allows me to recognize that I've just breached the surface of my knowing to a new unknowing. So in our boldness, we need to be armed with a question, always armed with a question. Be welcoming to a new point of view. Use more often the statement, wow, that is interesting, and little less, I know. Okay, so the challenge to the supported the welcoming card and the bold movement card is from the Osho deck, and that's the inner voice card. Well, the inner voice card reminds us that in all things there is duality. So in our knowing and in our recognizing we don't know, there is always room for another truth. There is no joy without pain. There is no knowing without not knowing. There's no black without white. There's no hot without cold. Each of us is always seeing and not necessarily always seeing the same thing. So instead of meeting a new thought with an argument, why not meet it with an open door so that we leave space for greater understanding? That's the challenge. So the final card in this reading is from the Power of Love deck, because it all begins and ends with love. And that is loyalty. Because loyalty says that first and foremost, we must not forget, I must not forget, because I'm talking about me. This is an inside job, that I first must stand for something. I first must have beliefs that are strong in my heart. Not to say that I'm not willing to listen to all other points of view or be open to them, whether they fit me or not, or whether there are parts of them I can um, I find palatable or not, that's someone else's perspective. And their experiences have led them to that place. And it's not for me to say it's not a right place for them. Loyalty says that I show up and be a reliable, not only to myself, but once I can stand for who I am, that I can stand also for you. And so, as we move boldly, as we arm ourselves with a question, as we remember that there are always two sides to every story, recognize first and foremost that I have to stand for who I say I am. And that's not to say that I am not an ever evolving entity, because I am. I am spirit first, even though I may look human first on this plane. Spirit is fluid and it never leaves. And so, for that reason, I show up for me so that I can show up better for you. Thank you for listening. This is Oya Transformation. This is your daily Oracle reading. It's been a minute. I've been missing you guys for May 31st, 2021. Thank you for your time and enjoy your Monday. We made it through the blood moon. We made it through the eclipse with all the shifts of energy, and we are now prepared for what's next. Move boldly and stay centered. Thank you.